Hi guys, how's it going? George Price here. I'm back with you, and this time we just went over the Twitter functions there. This time we're going to go over not Twitter, but we're going to go over the tools options. Okay, so we'll click here on tools from your dashboard. All right, and I'm going to go over the options that you have here. So basically, with tools, it's you see what you have here. You have Group Finder, Group Joiner, Group Unjoiner, Group Share, Group Ignore, Friends Backup, Page Finder, Members Finder, Random Actions. Okay, so Group Finder basically is exactly what it says. So if you, as you use Facebook Graph Search on Facebook, you do the same thing here. So basically, you type in some keywords. Say for instance, make money online. Okay, and then one thing I'm going to tell you, click here where it says Clear Search Results. All right, these are a couple of tricks that I'm going to give you on how to set this up. Exclude keywords. You might want to say for make money online. You might want to say for instance, if you're not into betting, okay, gaming. You might want to say something like horse racing. Okay, or just put racing period. Maybe just put racing. Okay, and what this is doing, guys, is it's making sure that making money online is about like online marketing. Okay, and you're trying to get as targeted as possible. All right, with your groups. Another thing that I want to show you guys is here below where it says skip groups that are more than, or skip groups with more than blah 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 users. I want to have them with as many users as possible, so I leave this as 0 to ignore it. Okay. However, where it says skip groups with less than, I recently have done this to 1,000, 1,200. Okay, the reason why, or 1,200, sorry. The reason why is because you want to have groups that have a lot of people in them, and there's lots of engagement. 1,200, it's relatively, it's small enough, but it's large enough to have engagement and have people frequently looking at your ads. Okay, because I figure if 1,000 people are in a group, 1,200 people in a group, yes, you should get pretty good results. Okay, so here you have clear results when you start to search a new operation. Okay, so this is a new search. Okay, and you want to clear your results below. Let's show you here. Okay, there's search results that come up. Also, here, click here where it says, or these are just the default checks that I say. Ignore already joined groups, which is good because anything that you've already joined, it just won't show it down here. Skip groups from group ignore. Okay, this is basically when you have groups that you've either manually ignored yourself, through the application MassPlanner, or you have had groups that have had errors, when you're sending to them. It'll put it into a group ignore list. Basically what that does is it keeps you from sending to that group again to keep you from going to Facebook jail. Okay. Skip groups from group ignore. Okay, it looks like these two are the same, so we're just going to leave those both checked. Okay, here, awesome option, guys. Get only open groups. This you want to check. The reason why you want to check that is because two things. If you're joining groups, okay, you want to join groups that are open simply because open groups are mainly meant for posting, and you don't have to worry about the read errors and such like that. As I told you earlier, a lot of groups, they have read errors simply because the admin of the group has to approve your post before they enter the group. Okay, so this will get rid of those errors by having an open group. Usually, open groups, the admin is not looking to like block your ads or anything like that, or keep you from posting so many ads per day. All right, so if you have several different campaigns set up, and you're posting to over 1,000 groups or what have you, you don't want to have to wait for someone to basically approve your ad. Okay. Also, with the open groups, and not the open groups, with the number of the combination of 1,200 and the open groups, you should get fairly a good bit amount of groups that you can just post into and you will receive no errors. Okay, so what you do from there is you click here where it says start. Okay, so we have our keywords. Okay, make money online, and we're excluding betting, gaming, and racing. Okay, so we click here to start. Okay, and it's going to start finding these groups, and depending on the amount of groups or the your speed and such like that, guys, this may take, it may be very quick. However, it may take just a little bit longer. So I'm going to, not going to stop the video or anything like that. I'm just going to let this run and show you guys how awesome this is. This is basically, what I did was I went from a total of 250 groups when I started this program. I started MassPlanner around May 21st. I checked the dates today. I think it was around May 21st when I started using it. And from May 21st until now, right now I have a total of 2,400 groups roundabouts. Okay, so you see so far it's found 9 groups. Okay, it's going to keep going. It's not, or it's finished. Okay, so it found 9 groups. All right, good. And these are 9 groups because I'm a part of a lot of groups, guys. I'm going to tell you. These are 9 groups that I don't have already, okay, with my George Price account. So what will happen is you go through here, and there are a couple of things that you could do. First off, you see the totals, okay, which is good. Okay, you see that they're all open groups, which is good. Okay, what you can do to make sure that these are good groups as well is you click here where it says click to browse, all right, and it's going to open it up in your browser window, okay, that individual group. And you'll see here in a second. Okay, all right, and you see here it's open group. You check the rules, guys, when you go to these groups and make sure everything is okay. All right, so you scroll down, and usually I look around to see, like, you know, what type groups these are, you know, if it's okay to post, if it's not, based on basically how frequent people are posting in the groups. So you see here, okay, 22 minutes ago, 33 minutes ago. You also look for the type of posts that are in the group, guys. Okay, so this is something, take a tour, okay, payout, okay, this looks like ads. So yeah, then this will be fine. So this group here, you know, I basically, this is the top one, I'd probably let it go. But basically I'd go through all of them and see it like that. If you don't want to, you just click here where it says select all. Okay, and then you click where it says send selected to group join. You can click advanced selection, as I showed you earlier. You can and basically select them individually, but we don't have that many. You can just select them from here. Export to CSV file. Only these particular groups you can export to CSV file. Okay, select none. Okay, but we're gonna sorry. You can clear your results. Okay, and also this one we can't see it because the screen is kind of small. Okay, but I think this is remove, I believe. I forget exactly. Okay, so we're just going to click here where it says send selected to group join because I want to show you how this works. Okay, so you see up top it says 9 of the selected 9 have been added to the group join. So the next function is to click here where it says group joiner. Okay, so now what we need to do is, you see it gives you more rules of what it's going to do. Okay, when active, this tool will join groups from the list. Please consider that Facebook will temporarily block you if you abuse group joining, okay? The tool will wait between 600 and 1800 seconds, okay, before each group join operation. Activate group join, import groups from CSV file. So earlier, or the first video, one of the first videos, I showed you guys how to import or export your groups, okay? This would be a purpose with a new account if I wanted to import the groups, okay? So like, say for instance, on my other account, I could actually import those groups. So to show you how that would work, I'll go to my other account, okay, and since I don't have my groups here, I go to Tools, all right, then I go to Group Joiner, okay, then I click here where it says Import Groups from CSV file, okay, I go to my desktop, okay, I go to MassPlanner, okay, I go to Group Backup, which I had earlier, Groups, okay, then I click Open, all right, and you're going to see what's going to happen, guys. Okay, so now you see it says 2004, but it's actually this amount of groups here, okay, the total, okay, of the initial have been added, okay. So then simply put, I just click here where it says activate group join, and what's going to happen is it's going to start adding me to all of these groups, all right, one by one by one. So within a few days, and I may do another video on this, I'll show you guys how quickly my group total will expand. Okay, so you saw earlier it was 112, I believe it was. Let me see. So yeah, 112 groups. Okay, and I just added. I'll close this here. Actually, you know what? Let's save this. So let's say today is June 24th, I believe. Okay, June 24th, 2014. Okay, and select all. Okay, and that's it. All right. So we'll leave that there, and then once we come back and these groups are added, I'll come back later on in the week, or just give you a date, like maybe I'll check it on Friday and show you the groups, how many groups have been added. All right, so that's basically what's going on there. So we'll go back to my other account. Okay. This is how simple this is, guys. So go back to tools. All right. So now we have these groups, and I show you how this works. So if I click on this one here, and we can do this concurrent. I mean, basically side by side, guys. Okay. So if I click here where it says activate group joiner, you see this is going, and these 9 groups now will start being added. And you can see up here, it's going to show you which groups it's joining at that time. All right. So that's the group joiner. And as you are added to the groups, you'll have like a little index here to show you what's going on. Okay. It'll tell you that you've been joined into the group, you've been added to the group, and so forth and so on. Okay. That'll be listed there. And as you see, boom, pending approval. That's the state, the request status. Okay. Okay, now we'll go to the group unjoiner, which basically these are groups you can unjoin these groups that you see here if you want by simply doing advanced selection, clicking on them, and then activating the group unjoin for whichever groups that you may not want to be a part of. Okay, and then you'll get statistics here once again. All right. Okay, group share. Initially, I'm going to tell you guys I was totally screwed up by this, but basically what group share is, okay, if you activate group share, this is from your fan pages and your different pages, right? So if you share something on your fan page, or if you share something, yeah, basically on your fan page, you can actually come into group share and share that fan page share, okay, throughout to other groups. All right. So basically, you just go here to activate group share, okay, and of course you'd have to put in your URLs and such like that, and you click one of your list destinations that you wanted to send to, and it would send that post that you sent to your group share. Okay, that's what group share is for. So we're gonna stop that. I know I went through that kind of quickly, guys, but I want to kind of run through all of these settings to get you guys to go. Because group share, I'm going to be quite honest with you, on a normal account, most likely you won't use it as much. It's good for building your fan page and such, but that's a video that I want to really get in depth with. I'm going to master that and show you how to build your fan page using this group share tool. Okay, so we'll come back to that one. So remember group share tool. Remember group share tool. Okay, so before we had group ignore. Okay, and we showed you group ignore and what it does, just to ignore different groups. And if you're getting errors from those groups, okay, they will be listed here. You could manually ignore the groups here yourself if you want to, just by going through this section here, advanced selection, and selecting the groups that you want to ignore. Okay, friends backup. This is awesome if you have like a lot of friends in your Facebook account. You want to back them up and add them to another account, just like you saw me add the groups to my George Price 884 account. You can do that. Okay. And this is a module that you would have to pay for, because it is essentially taking the quite a bit of information from Facebook to back up. Okay, and page finder, sorry. Okay, so your page finder is basically going to be like your group finder. Okay, so you put in keywords and you find various fan pages. Okay, and this will be good if you want to market to people's fan pages. This is something also, once I get the group share going, I think I will start utilizing the fan page finder, or the page finder, just so that I can market and target people with different fan pages. And just think about it. Right now, fan pages are pretty much, I'm not going to say dead, but they're barely floating above water. If you start promoting or putting things on people's fan pages, or like saying certain things on people's fan pages, not spamming them, but interacting with them, people, I think, will start responding, and that's going to be something that I said I'm gonna get into, and yeah, it should be pretty interesting once we start the page finder thing going. Okay, member finder, guys, this is an awesome tool. Okay, basically what member finder does, okay, is you can go into different groups. Okay, basically extract the Facebook members from the provided group. Right, then you can start messaging them. Okay, so basically like your email marketing and such like that, you can message the people from the group. So within Facebook, you can message them. So if utilized properly, and this is once again a paid tool, you can send messages to people within Facebook using this tool, and yeah, just use it as your message marketing. And because of the way this works, it's going to send it, in a timely manner. You have your CAPTCHA and such like that. You don't have to worry about, getting banned and such like that, or reported by Facebook, because this is actually going to post or send out your messages, okay, in the proper times and such like that. So it just helps you for your marketing. This is amazing. That's all I got to say about this, guys. This is something that if you're if you've been in Facebook long and you've ever heard about Facebook messaging and such like that, you might want to test this out. However, if you test this out, just be warned that you will receive a lot of messages, so you have to be on top of it and interact with people. Okay. All right, and now we have random actions. Okay, this is one tool, guys, that I initially requested. I requested it for this because we receive a lot of pop-ups. Okay, so like you see here, I'll show you in a second. So like this 99. Okay, those are all notifications. All right, and we receive a lot of those, and a lot of times, like during a day like this, you'll see these pop up all day long. This can be stopped by simply going to this area, this group, okay, and turning off the notification, all right, because these are all notifications. However, if I had to do this for every single one of these, as you see, I'm going to do it for a couple, all right, this will be a bit of a pain, all right. So what I'm doing is I'm working with the guys, MassPlanner guys, to see if there's a way that we can come up to actually do this for us, okay. So this initially, and you see here, it was click on the notifications button to make some red. That basically I want it not to be red, but to be basically turn off the notifications of the groups. So the actions that they have now are basically enable auto accept from request. I don't do this simply because I like to interview and just see whoever's, wanting to be my friend. Depending on what type of account and what type of campaign you're running and such like that, business, this may be useful. For my business, it's not, so I usually don't use that. Enable auto like. This is another thing that I usually don't use, simply because if you're liking like a person's comment or something, or a post, that post could be something about death or something bad, you don't want to auto like, so I usually don't do that. I don't poke. And that basically is to say like the percentage of times that you're going to poke. I don't poke. Enable auto comment. This is another thing that I don't use. So usually this feature here, I don't use the random actions. You may be the type person that uses it, so I'm not condoning or anything like that, but I'm just saying that I don't utilize this function. Okay. And actually, guys, with the exception of group share, which I said I'm going to get into this and help us to like boost our fan page rankings and such like that using the group share. That's basically everything. The other thing that I would like to go over is basically, okay, once again, the FAQ. Okay, so what you have in your FAQ is a link to the YouTube channel. Okay, this is a MassPlanner team YouTube channel. This is not my YouTube channel, so please have a look here. It'll give you instructional videos on how to use the software as well. Okay, I'm trying to keep up to date with this, with the videos, based on the tools that are added to MassPlanner, as well as the versions of MassPlanner as they are updated, because from when MassPlanner first started to now, things are a bit different, okay, but it's still easy to use, all right. Link to our blog, okay, this is a MassPlanner site, okay, that you would go to, and where you can purchase and also find, as they say, latest news, tips, and such like that, and vote for next features, which is a really good thing. If you want to have Google Plus next, if you want to have Instagram next, that's a good place to do that. Link to our group, our community group. Okay, this is basically the area that I created, which most likely you're here in now, to show you, to give you an area where you can ask questions, and if you have troubles and such like that, shout out, hey George, how do I fix this? What's going on? How do I get to send this many tweets? Da, 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 da. All these questions you can ask them, okay, inside of that group. And also we have an affiliate link associated with the group. So if you're an affiliate, I highly recommend that you promote the group, simply because the questions that you may not be able to answer, someone in the group will. All right. Link to contact us for any problems. Okay, this is basically like their email address to get to them if you have any errors and such like that. I showed you the area where you can get your logs and such like that. If there are any errors, make sure that you guys, or I'm sorry, not there. If there are any errors, make sure that you guys get these logs, okay, and send them to the support team, okay, using those using this link, all right, so that they can help you as much as possible, as soon as possible. Are you getting strange errors at MassPlanner? Okay, and here's basically, I've had this as well. When you install MassPlanner initially, sometimes, depending on the antivirus software, it will give you errors. And it's not the MassPlanner, it's just simply the install file being a setup.msi file. A lot of times that will spit error messages to, or alerts, I say, to your antivirus software. but the MassPlanner software itself is fine. As a matter of fact, I've heard people tell me that, they were having issues with their computer when they first started. They installed MassPlanner. MassPlanner has to run on .NET 4.0, I believe it is, and I believe installing .NET 4.0, actually resolved a lot of issues. So, hey, if MassPlanner fixes your PC, it's definitely going to fix your checkbook. I tell you that. Okay, are you getting errors with MassPlanner when it's updated? Okay, this is something, guys, I'm going to tell you. The easiest way to get your MassPlanner to update is to just go in here and make sure that you restart. Okay, if there are features that are added, like say for instance, Twitter was just recently added. Okay, and you saw what I had to do to get Twitter to do a couple of things, like change the name and such like that. The team is actually working on this and they're updating it like daily. You saw the change log. Okay, and you've seen how many times this software has been updated. That's because they want the software to work, and they work with us as a team to get things modified. I mean, like 1.3.4.3, and we're already at 1.7.1.9. Guys, these changes, I mean, like this was added just last Friday, I want to say. Okay, and then this was updated, and then this was updated. So, guys, they're working with us. They're changing things. You may notice a little lagginess with certain things, but other than that, it's a wonderful piece of software, and it's definitely going to do what you need it to do. As you see now, I have two campaigns running. Well, basically, right? So I have my Twitter running. I'll go back to the right account. Okay, and you go to status here, and you see here it shows you like what's going on. So it was like one tweet that was sent out, and if you go to Twitter tweet scheduling, it basically will show you that one is published, and it usually gives you the times when it's going to be sent out. So stuff like that, guys. Auto follow feature, the auto unfollow feature, like all of these things are tools that when utilized properly, and especially to promote your business, it's just amazing, guys. I mean, I'm so happy that I ran across these guys, and I could actually help them to promote this product, because it really is a good product. It's only going to get better. I can't tell you enough to promote it, and utilize it for your business. I utilize it on a daily basis. As you can see, I'm using it now, and it's just working wonderfully. The least, how can I say it? Like I said, the one thing that I can say is the modules. The more modules that you add on, yes, it will get a bit laggy. Like if I started adding Pinterest onto there and got into that, I don't use Pinterest, so that's why it's not there. But if I added Pinterest and got onto that, it would definitely take a toll. But hey, I run it on a virtual machine, as you can see. I'm running a Mac, and it works fine. You see what I'm doing here with my Windows 7, and everything works fine. All right. So guys, that's it. The next thing will be basically, as I told you, to get into the group share, okay, and start promoting our fan pages. All right. So until then, as I learn, you will learn. I will make sure that I put these videos all in the group and also on YouTube. Talk to you guys soon. Have a nice day. Start mass planning. Bye bye.